Hello, welcome to Lord Havoc's Marvel Champions custom content stream extravaganza. I hope you're doing well. I've had a pretty good day. Can't really complain. Hopefully the sound is coming through okay. I get this incredibly annoying background sound that is my computer. Not exactly the quietest computer in the world, and the mic is too close to it, and I can't put the mic anywhere else. So it's incredibly frustrating. So it picks up the sound. I've noticed it a couple of times looking at watching the videos back. There's this hum sound in the background that it irritates me. So I can only imagine how much it irritates other people. So I did a bit of googling, and I've turned down the gain, whatever that means. So hopefully that has helped. We'll see how we go. For this episode, we are looking at my latest custom creation. So I'm in the middle of playtesting a couple of creations. I've usually got 2 or 3 projects on the go simultaneously, and so whenever I sort of lose interest or I lose inspiration in one, I go to the other and sort of swap and change and all that sort of stuff, right? So there's always something going on in the creative sphere that is my brain. And recently I've been playtesting Captain Atom, and that's been going pretty well. Solo, he's quite cool, if I do say so myself. Solo is pretty quick. He's pretty sweet. Multiplayer has a bit of a problem that I have to work on. His whole shtick is that he explodes quite often. Why anybody has Captain Atom on their team, I don't know, because he bloody explodes and kills everybody. It's ridiculous. It happens every fight. And so I sort of tried to incorporate that into the kit. And in solo, it works pretty well. In multiplayer, it's a disaster. So I had a game with Joshi and my name Jeff, and it just didn't work. It just wasn't very interesting. And by the time we got to it, it was right at the end of the game where we all just got hammered anyway. Like Mr. Freeze kicked all our butts, so it just wasn't very exciting. So I've got to have a bit of a think about him when I come back to him. And one of the other projects I had going on was this one. This is Daimon Hellstrom, otherwise known as Hellstorm. He's a Marvel character. Originally, he was called the Son of Satan. He's got an interesting backstory. Stan Lee wanted to have Satan as an actual character, interacting and like foiling the heroes. Kind of like so he was inspired by the Tomb of Dracula, right? So Dracula, a bad guy, who had his own comic. And it's bloody awesome. Go check it out if you haven't seen read Tomb of Dracula from the 60s, 70s. I highly recommend that you do. So he was inspired by that. He wanted Satan to be an actual character in his own comic, where he was just going around foiling the heroes and stuff. And one of the writers, or one of the other editors at the time, I can't remember who it was like, that doesn't sound very interesting, and is not. I just don't think it's going to sell, right? I just don't think it's going to work. So instead, they propose, what about if we have Satan's son traveling the world trying to be a hero, but of course, he's the son of Satan, so he's inherently evil, right? Then they got the whole sort of nurture nature type argument. And Son of Satan was born. He was never like a hugely popular character, I must admit, but he's been around since the 70s. he's lasted, and he's shown up every now and again. And of course, his comics swing wildly between him being a good guy, him being a bad guy, so he's always walking that sort of edge. I like him, and I had an idea for him that I couldn't quite figure out, and I met Captain Scorp, one of the fellow creators on the Discord, because I did a review. I mean, one of my favorite custom heroes is Batwoman, and I've reviewed a couple of Captain Scorp's heroes over the time that I've been doing this show. And after my Elsa Bloodstone video, Captain Scorp actually reached out to me and said, look, hey, I love your stuff, love your work, and I'm sort of retired. And we had like a chat, and it was awesome. It was cool, very cool chat. He was actually out walking his dog at the time, and mid conversation, he had a whole bunch of kids interrupt because they wanted to pat his dog. So I'm like, I'm on the other side. He's like on the other side of the world. I'm like, I'm on the other side on the phone, and I'm like, and he's a whole bunch of. I can hear like a bunch of kids playing with his dog, which I thought was hilarious. But anyway, but he was awesome, cool dude, and as I knew he would be. And he asked me what sort of I was working on, and I said I've got an idea for Hellstorm, and he's like, actually I think it was the other way around. I think it's the last hero he was going to work on was Hellstorm, but he gave up because he retired. And I was like, I've actually that's uncanny because I've got an idea for Hellstorm as well. And so we were like, all right, let's like collab. Now he doesn't want his name's actually not on any of these cards because he didn't want that. He basically just said, look, I'll just tell you my idea, and you sort of work out, what you want to use with it and stuff, and I'll just throw any art that I've got and stuff like that, which he still hasn't done, by the way. Captain Scorp, where's my art? But anyway, so it was a cool conversation. We sort of had meeting of the minds, and so here we are. Here's the result of that. Now I'm a bit nervous about this because this character actually has two different shticks. It actually has two different ideas melded together, and I don't really know if it works. This is like my first official play test, so it might be a complete disaster. We'll have to see where it goes. So he's got two ideas, and I just don't think that really works. It fits him thematically, so we go back to that old argument of theme versus fun, right? Theme versus mechanics, and. It's pretty unusual to have two different sort of. Each hero has like their sort of their overriding thing, right? Iron Man, it's all about getting your armor out so that you can actually do stuff because your base stats are terrible, and also build up your hand size so you can actually do stuff, and then you just blast them once you've got all your stuff together, you blast them, right? Captain America, he's all about defending and protecting his allies and hitting things with his shield. Thor comes out and he just smashes stuff. And all their sort of kit is based around that sort of thing. Hellstorm, I've got two different things. His actual hero ability is about how he plays spells, because he's mystic, so he plays spells. But his cards are about how he handles a new status that I've created called Ablaze. So I'll go through it and we'll give it a go, and we'll see how it goes. I'm a bit nervous about it, but we'll see how it goes. Kaj is on. Hey, Kaj. I love Hellstorm. Awesome. I'm very happy to see Hellcat as an ally. Me too. I was going to do Satana as his ally, but I thought that was just way too obvious. So I've got her in there as a support instead. So Hellcat makes sense. Hellcat is his divorced wife. Satana is his sister. So either of them work. It would be cool to play Hellstorm and Dr. Druid in multiplayer. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be a cool idea. Anyway, so let's do it. So Hellstorm, hand size. Let's go to these things. So Daimon Hellstrom. I love this picture. The community's going to tell me to change it, and I don't care. I'm going to keep it. I love it. It was so hard to find art for this dude, man. So hard. And finding a picture of actual Daimon himself instead of when he's not in Hellstorm form was nigh impossible. So when I found this, I was very excited. He's an investigator mystic. I'm not beholden to the investigator. I'm happy to change that, but that is what his profession is. But the mystic part's the most important thing. 4 Rec, because he is a demigod, essentially. Hand size 6, hit points 12. Born of Magic. You may include mystic and spell cards from any aspect in your deck. Sort of a bit of future-proof in there. But we'll see how we go. Setup. Search your deck and discard pile for the Hellstorm's Trident upgrade and add it to your hand. Hellstorm's Trident is down here. It's a 2-cost upgrade. Hellstorm gets +1 attack. Mystic weapon. Response. After dealing damage to an enemy, place 1 Ablaze status on that enemy. And that introduces his second shtick. So we'll go back to this card. Response. So after you do a Rec, return up to 4 spell cards you placed out of play to your discard pile. Now that'll make more sense in a second. On his hero side. So when you wreck, you actually get another ability as well. So Hellstorm, 2/2/1, Defender, Mystic, and there's a whole bunch of other traits that I could have added there, but you don't want to do too many, otherwise it gets a bit weird. Risky Spellcaster. Now, this is his first shtick. Take 1 damage and discard a card from your deck. If that discarded card is a spell card, play it without paying its cost. So you get to play it for free at the cost of 1 damage. Then, after resolving that card's ability text, place it out of play. So you don't discard it, you place it out of play. Which then ties into this. This is how you get your discarded cards. You have to wreck in order to get your cards back. Now, the idea behind that is the D&D mechanic of your rest, right? When you do a short rest or a long rest. When you play a spell in D&D, you forget it. You forget all about it. It's wiped from your brain. And so the idea is that you then rest and like you meditate and then rest and you get those spells back. Meant to tie into that in a way, which understandably doesn't actually make a lot of sense for Hellstorm because he's magic, inherently magic, and so it doesn't really forget spells. But I wanted the take 1 damage. So this is actually Captain Scorp's idea. The take a damage to play the card spell is Captain Scorp's ability idea. And I wanted a way to actually get those cards back, and that was the way, was to wreck. Which I think is cool. I think it's a cool idea. So that's shtick number 1, right? He can play spells for free at the cost of losing life. Now he starts with 12, so it's not really that big of a deal. I'm thinking of actually maybe bumping him down to 10. I think he should actually be 10 health to make it a little bit more risky. He definitely wouldn't be 9. A 10 or 11 I can maybe see. I think 12 might be just a smidgen too high. So here's his deck. His signature ally is Hellcat, who, like I said, is his ex-wife. There was at one point that she was magical, but now she's not. She's just sort of enhanced. She's actually kind of psionically enhanced. It wouldn't be out of place to put psionic on her card. 3/2/2/3 standard base line response. After Hellcat makes an attack, you can spend a mental resource to confuse an enemy, which ties to a sort of psionic stick. Hell freezes over. So we start getting into his second sort of mechanic, which is the blaze type, the blaze status. So like I said, you go get his trident, gives him +1 attack, and then after dealing damage to an enemy, you place 1 ablaze status on that enemy. And the ablaze status is at the end. So you put this status on them. At the end of the villain phase, deal 1 damage to this character and discard this status card. Simple as that. You set them on fire. Put this on them. They take a point of damage. Boom. Away it goes. Gets discarded. But while they're on there, you can do stuff. Hell freezes over. Choose a scheme. Thwart. Choose a scheme. Remove 4 threat from that scheme. Remove 1 additional threat from the chosen scheme for each ablaze status in play. It's 2 copies of that. And it's a spell. Fire and Brimstone. Attack. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. Deal 1 additional damage for each ablaze status on that enemy. This attack gains ranged. Heat Shield. Spell. Defense. When an enemy initiates an attack, prevent 4 damage from that attack. Prevent 1 additional damage for each ablaze status in play. This is a good time to say that this art is not final. This art would not pass the seal process. You're not allowed to have word bubbles. You've got word bubbles here. There's a massive word bubble that did have text in it at one point for Iblis, that sort of stuff. You can't have that sort of stuff. Conflagration. I always used to say conflagration. I bet Google told me that was wrong. Spell. Add 1 ablaze status to the villain and each enemy engaged with you. If you overpaid for this event and used only energy resources, add 1 ablaze status to all enemies in play. I might actually bump up the cost of that. We'll see how it goes. Heat Wave. Spell. Deal 2 damage to each character with an ablaze status for each ablaze status on them. Now notice it says character instead of enemy. Every other one says enemy. Because in his Nemesis set, he's going to have his side scheme thing is going to say that you can, whenever you add an ablaze status to an enemy, you add it to a friend. You can add them to friendly characters as well. You can actually place ablaze statuses on friendly character, like a friendly fire type deal. So I wanted Heatwave to tie into that. That's fine. It says character, but I needed that to tie into it. Then you got 2 resource generators: Soulfire, Energy Wild. Nothing too crazy. After you spend this card, place an ablaze status onto an enemy. 2 of those. There was originally 3 of those, but I thought that was maybe too many. Especially considering his sort of tied his stick is that he takes damage to cast spells. I actually think maybe even 2 is too much, but I wanted the ability to put a blaze status on there. So, Iblis is his horse. Hellstrom gets +1 defense. When an enemy activates, interrupt. When an enemy activates, exhaust Iblis, change your form. Now I've just straight up stolen that from ES. It is Batman's grapple gun, and I want that because I think this is the first character I've ever done where you would want to flip down. You need to flip down because you're taking damage, so you need to heal. And also you need to wreck so that you can get your spell cards back. Otherwise they're gone from your deck, and it thins out your deck, and you've got more chances of decking out. So Iblis will help you swap back to hero form, so you can actually do stuff. Satana, his sister, +1 thought. Interrupt. When using your wreck to return out of play spells, you may shuffle them into your deck instead of putting them into your discard pile. Remember this says return the 4 cards from out of play to your discard pile. So that puts some shuffles back into your deck instead. Fiendish personality. All minions engage you get +1 scheme. -1 scheme. That's straight off the bat, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's quite a lot of minions will not scheme against you because they're so overcome with your sexy fiendish looks. As an alter ego action, you can exhaust fiendish personality to reduce the cost of the next ally you play this phase by 1 because you tempt them. You're meant to be a tempter. Like the devil is. Mystic Weapon, Hellstorm Strike, we've already seen that. Soulfire Control is his last one. Exhaust Soulfire Control. Remove 1 ablaze status from one enemy to another enemy. Now, I actually may change that to character. Possibly. We'll see. Yeah, I think you should probably change that to character. Or hero action, take 1 damage and ready Soulfire to rise Soulfire. So you can keep doing it and moving tokens around. Because you can have a limit of 6 ablaze status cards on a character. So if you've got 3 characters in play and they've all got a Athena, you can use Soulfire Control to move all 3 of them onto the same character. So then at the end of turn, they automatically take 3 points of damage and die. If they've got 3 hit points. That sort of stuff. Cool. I think that's enough. Let's actually play the game, eh? I'm going aggression because that suits him. And I thought, just for the fun of it, we'll go up against Ebony Moore since he too is a mystic. So it'd be 2 sorcerers going up against each other. I thought that would be pretty funny. It would be cooler if we had some more of the... If we actually had like a Baron Mordu type scenario or something. But, I mean, I don't think there is. Just a quick glance. He was the first one I could see that was actually magical. Oh, I guess Hela is. I guess Hela technically counts as a mystic. I assume Loki would as well. Well, I'm definitely not doing Loki. I mean, that's just obvious. The Hood is actually technically mystical. His cloak is magic. So, yeah. So, Hela, I suppose, would technically stand as well. But anyway, we're going Ebony. When Ebony Moore activates against you, remove an invocation counter from each spell card in your play area. All the stuff's already in there, so we flip across. When revealed, Starts on 1. Each player discards card on the top of the encounter deck until a spell environment is discarded and puts in play in their play area. Shuffle the discard pile into the encounter deck. Okay. Alright, so let's just make sure I'm ready to go. Jeez, these sneezes, man. It's starting to annoy me. Shuffle this. Alright, discard until we get an environment. Nope. 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 Here we go. Shuffle them back in. Ebony Moore himself. 2/1. Force to interrupt when Ebony Moore activates against you. Remove an notification counter for his spell card in your play area. Cool. Alright. Well, it doesn't search because it was put into play from the discard. It does play with 2 invocations. There we go. And then he does stuff. Alright. Let's do it. 6 cards. Okay. And that's a pretty good start. Oh, and then, so I'm not gonna... I might mulligan Hell Freezes over, actually. Okay, cool. Alright, now, let's grab the Trident. And shuffle. Let's change to Hellstorm. Let's put the Trident into play. I'm going to use Self-Fire to do it so I can put a counter on him. My status. And then put the Trident into play. And then... let's use his ability to take a damage and discard a card, and if it's a spell I get to play it. It's not Hellcat. And you can keep doing it. I'm gonna do it again. Nope. Shouldn't have so many allies. Oh well, I'm too worried to do it again. Actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna do it again. Take another damage, do another one. So see? There you go. I guess there's that. Alright, I'm going to attack for 3. 1, 2, 3, because that means I can now do energy and play Fire and Brimstone, which does... Oh, because after I attack, Hellfire's Trident puts another Ablaze counter on him. I don't have any way of readying him, so... So then I played Fire and Brimstone, which is deal 5 damage to enemy and deal 1 additional damage for each play status. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2. And then I guess I'll spell. Basic spell. And heal 3. So I'm back to where I was. Ready. Get 5 cards. So lucky I had to do another 3 before I got to shield spell. And it's free anyway. Hilarious. Alright. 1. There. When anybody more activates against you, remove an invocation counter. So he's coming in for an attack. That means he activates against me, so that means I lose a counter. He's coming in for an attack. I'm just going to take it. Oh, I do have shield spell though. Well, let's see how much he's doing. 1, 3. He's doing 3. So actually, yeah, I will shield spell. So discard 3 to prevent all damage. So I discard 3 to prevent all. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Then encounter card. Oh, should have realized that was going to happen. Blackwater Infantry comes in with guard. When defeated, get a villain a tough status card. Okie dokie. My turn. Okay, well, there's no point doing any of these. So I'm going to endurance. 1, 2, 3, and then downtime. And then I'm going to take a point of damage to play a spell. No. Oh, the end of the villain phase. These go off. 1, 2. So it takes another 2. So there's currently no ablaze statuses. So what I'll do is I'll attack this guy for 3. Give him an ablaze status. And then take 1 point of damage. Wait, I just took it already. 12. 3, yeah. And then discard for a spell. Nope. I'm going to do another one. Discard for a spell. Oh. It's not a spell, but I do get it for free, because that's what she does. I'm going to take another one, discard for a spell. No? Discard for a spell. Well, this is ridiculous. I need more spells. I clearly need more spells in my deck. One more. No. Alright, this is not working. I just took 5 points of damage. And all I got out of it was a white fox. Well, at least she can... Oh no. Yeah, she can take this guy out. That did not work how I wanted it. I need more spells in my deck. That's crazy. I'm actually going to flip. But I doubt he's going to scheme. Alright, I'm going to do it again. One more. Boom. Nope. This is bad. Yeah, I'm going to flip. Ready. Get 6 cards. Bet you there's 6 spells. Yeah, 1, 2. And one that's free anyway. I need to rethink these spells. He needs more spells. Alright. 1. He schemes. He activates against me, so I remove 1 from here, which triggers this. After the last counter is removed from here, discard it. Discard 1 card at random from your hand. You are confused. Okay. Discard 1 card at random from my hand, and it is Clobber. Okay. I like that random discard thing, man. It's cool. He schemes. It is 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Boom. This triggers into stage 2. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into this counter deck. Each player discards cards until a spell environment is discarded. Okay. Kaz is back. I really like the image of your haircut. I hope you'll get her into play. Me too, man. Oh, manipulation again. Comes in with 2. And then you put... so that's it. Flip to 2B. Starts on 1. Goes up to 9. Okay. Then counter card. Caught off guard. Will reveal. Discard an upgrade or support you control. Downtime. Gone. Alright, my turn. I'm going to immediately wreck for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then flip. Let's use spiritual meditation. Draw 2, discard 1. Draw 2, discard 1. What don't I need? Guess I'll get rid of Hulk. Okay, so let's see. What can I do? I'm going to heal 3. No. No. First thing I'm going to do is take damage to cast the top, discard the top card. It's not a spell. I'm going to take another damage, discard the top card. It is a spell! Heat Shield. Which is not the one that I needed, because this is my defense card. Okay. Look at this. I'm going to Genius to basic spell and heal 3. 1, 2, 3. Going to... White Fox is going to knock off his tough. Ken says I'm at work, so I can only join intermittently, but I will watch the game later. That's why my comments maybe don't make much sense. No, your comments make perfect sense. That's fine. That's all good. I'm going to basic spell to get in Satana. Actually, no. You know what? I don't need Satana right now. I'm going to Satana and basic spell. No. What's he on? 2. I'm going to Satana and Fire and Brimstone in order to basic spell him. 1, 2, knock him to his next stage, because he's starting to annoy me now. When revealed, each player discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a spell card, puts that card into play in their play area. Okay. Nope. Nope. Alright, there we go. Enters play with 4 invocation. Okay. Cool with that. He goes back up to 18. Yep. Cool. She should be on 2 consequential. Ready up. And then draw 5. Which is my last 5, so that means I deck out. Are they all spell cards? Spell, spell, spell. I need to get more spell cards. Alright, get an encounter card because of the deck out. Ken says, Ebony Moore, such a good joke I made you and you oversaw it. Is this the Ebony Moore one? Ebony Moore. It's a spelling competition. What? I have no idea what that means. Moving on. Alright. There's my hands. Alright, threat. He activates. Take off a counter from each one. Boink. Boink. And then he is attacking, so I'll defend with White Fox, unless I've got my defense card. Nope. So Family White Fox. He hits for 4. She dies for me. See you later. And then we get another encounter card. So we've got 2 to deal with. So 1 guard and 2 surging spell. Surges into a treachery. Deal 1 damage to your hero for each spell environment in your play area. It's 3. So 1, 2, 3. That's gone. Now I'm going to swap these around. This comes in with 2. And a guard. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to use Hell freezes over to play for Conflag, which adds an ablaze status to the villain and each minion. And then oh my god. Alright, I gotta read this out. Kaz says, I thought that in English-speaking countries, children have these spelling competitions. They do. They're called spelling bees. I saw it in movies. They are spelling complicated words. Yep, and you are playing a character that casts spells. Just same like Ebony Maw. So, it is also a kind of spelling competition. Oh, Cash. That was bloody good. That was bloody funny. I'm sorry I missed your very clever joke. I apologize. Let's get in. Let's do the 1 point of damage to see if there's a spell. There is! Oh, yeah, finally. All right. So heal 3, remove 3 threat, deal 3 damage. I'm going to... Deal 3. 1, 2... Oh, no, I can't. Wait, that's not an attack, is it? No, it's not an attack, so I can do it. 1, 2, 3. It wasn't a very honest laugh. There was an honest laugh. That is how I laugh. And then this gets put out of play. And then I'm going to do it again. So spell. I'm going to do it again. It's not a spell. I'm going to first aid for 2 because I'm starting to freak out now. And then I'm going to thwart for 2. No. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to hit this guy for 3. And then I'm going to flip. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Dangerous, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to get 5 cards. I need to put more spells into this deck. This is crazy. I need many more spells. Otherwise, it's... I mean, I've only been able to use it once. I've spent like 10 health. I've only ever gotten 1 spell. Yeah, that's no good. Something obviously isn't working here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yep. Alright, so 1 by 1. He schemes for 2. Plus 3 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've lost. I've just lost the game. Alright, let's reset and do this again. I've lost because this guy will scheme. Let's do this again. What have I done? What have I done wrong here? I mean, if you lose to Ebony Moore, something's so horribly wrong here, isn't it? Starts on 1. I'm going to put this 0 at the start. So he starts on 14. Let's reset. Do it again. Please. Goes back in. Goes back in. These all go back in. Go to 2. Alright, let's have a look here. What spells have we got? 1, 2, 'What's happened there? Why did that go into there? So here's a spell, but it's 0, so who cares? I mean, I play it for free anyway. And again, another 0. So out of a 40 card deck, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 14 spells. Doesn't sound like enough. So I've got, what is that, a 40% chance of getting the spell? That's not too bad, is it? 40% chance of a spell? Is that right? Or has my math failed me? I don't know, man. Can I have more? How many basic spells have I got? I thought I had 3. Alright, let's get rid of... Get rid of Hulk. Get rid of one of the first aids. Okay, let's grab another basic. So 1, 2, 3 basics. They're 0, so it doesn't matter if they go anyway. That's 0. That's 0. And the rest are his own cards. Is there not another spell card that actually costs? I mean, Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange have some, but I can't copy those because they're kit cards, right? So I would need to change... Oh, I do have 3 basic spells. There's one there already. Oh, that sucks. So... that goes, because now I would have too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 38. I'm missing 2 cards now. Is there definitely not more spell cards that I could grab? Maybe I'm missing something. Because you can play Mystic and spell cards. So, from any aspect. So if I grab spell, let's have a look. So spell cards that don't belong to an actual kit. Wait, let's go back and get rid of hero campaign. Okay, let's do that again. So what have I got? Basic spell, I've got that. Magic attack. Play if you're doing as a mystic trait. Okay. Choose an enemy and discard 5 cards. Deal 1 damage to enemy each card discarded this way. Yeah, I definitely need to grab that. I mean, that's... I don't know why I don't already have that. That's weird. So, let's grab that. Aggression, events, magic attack. What? There it is. There you go. I think that's it. Is that the only one I'm missing? Shield spell 0. Meditation I've got. Summoning spell to get an ally. I don't really need that. Although it does cost 2. Oh, actually, you know what? I might grab that. Yeah. Okay. So... no. I think I'm good. Alright. 40. Shuffle it up. Alright, let's start again. Boom. Attack from nowhere. Starts on 1. Discard cards till you get an encounter card. Oh, environment word. Yep, that's what it says, right? Environment. Yep. Okay. So that comes into play. Comes in with 2. Okay. Ebony Moore is ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. 6 cards. Not a bad start, eh? Don't really care about these 2, so let's mulligan those 2. Okay, that's pretty handy because I'm about to change form. Sweet. Doing a lot of attacks straight off the bat. Alright, let's go grab my trident. Shuffle. Let's flip to Hellstorm. Let's get my trident into play by using that Soulfire, which means he gets an Ablaze counter. Oh wait, as soon as I flip, after you change form. I'm going to use... oh, you know what? I actually don't. I get much better value if I do one of these guys. I'm about to do 6 points of damage anyway. Alright, that's fine. Then I'm going to attack for 3. 1, 2, 3. Get another ablaze. Then I'm going to pay. I'm going to use Soulfire to pay for Fire and Brimstone, which means he gets another ablaze counter. So he's now got 3, and Fire and Brimstone says deal 5 damage to an enemy. Deal 1 additional damage for each ablaze status. It's attack range range, so 8 points damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's down to 3 already. I'm going to use my spell ability. Boom! Magic attack. Thank you very much. Pioneer Fredenia has the mystic trait. Max 1. Oh, max 1 per deck. Oh, damn. Okay. That's right. Let's grab... Let's put first aid back in. And grab... That means I'm cheating. Max 1 per deck. It's no good. It means I need to search for the other one. And take it out of here. Don't want to cheat. Does that mean this is max 1 per deck as well? Oh, it is 2. Okay, there's 2 of those. So I've got to get those 2 out. Let's get... Let's put Hulky back in. Oh, cheating by accident. Goodbye. Goodbye. Shuffle that up. Alright, so, magic attack. So I get to play this for free. Choose enemy, discard up to 5 cards on the top of your deck. Deal 1 damage to the enemy for each card discarded this way. I choose you. I'm going to discard 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Knocks him into the next stage. Goes back up to 18. And he's going to reveal discard cards from the top encounter deck until they discard a spell card. Put the card to play. Nope. Spell. Comes in with 3. Okay. He's got 3 encounter cards on him. It is still my turn. I'm now going to Fire and Brimstone. Deal 5 plus 1 for every ablaze counter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And it's still my turn. So I'm going to take a point of damage and I'm going to discard a card. And it is not a spell. What is he on? 10. I'm going to take another point of damage. Discard a card. It's not a spell. One more. It is a spell, but it's not the one I want. It's the defense. He's only defense card. So, I mean, I could play it, but it doesn't do anything. He's not doing any damage, so it doesn't do anything. I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to flip. Ready. I'm going to keep this for my next flip over. Get 5 cards. And, of course, there's spells. 1, 2, 3 spells. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. Alright, 1 on there. When he activates, he's activating, he's scheming, but when he activates, we remove 1 from each of these. Blank, blank. He's scheming for 2 plus 1 is 3. 1, 2, 3. You get an encounter card. It is Advance. Oh, there you go. He schemes, so that means this will trigger. Well, I'll still do it. Schemes. There you go. 1, 2, 3. There's triggers. When revealed, shuffling encounter cards into the encounter deck. Each player discards until you get a spell. Nope. There we go. Enters play with 3. this flips to the next side. 1. Cool. That's the end of the enemy turn. So all 3 of blaze counters go off. And oh, almost throw him in the bin. He takes 3 points of damage. 1, 2, 3. My turn. I'm just gonna kill him. I think I can just kill him. Place spiritual meditation. Grab 2 cards. Discard a card. I'll get rid of. I'll get rid of Sorcerer Supreme. I don't need that now. Basically, he's just dead. I just need to do 10 points of damage. So I'm not even going to wreck. I'm just going to flip and then play Surprise Attack. Heat Wave will do that. So I do 3 points of damage to an enemy. 1, 2, 3. And then Heal Attack and Skilled Strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's dead. Okay. Change number 1 is going to be, I'm going to get rid of his defense card. He just doesn't seem like a defensive type person. And if I want to be, I can just get the defense spell. So change number 1 is going to be that. And what I think that should be is another way to affect the ablaze counters. Either put more ablaze counters on there or have an effect. Like stun, maybe. Okay, so that's change number 1. Change number 2, I need to reduce his hit points because it just never really got scary enough. So I'll reduce his hit points and then say one of these things gives him more hit points. One of his upgrades. Yeah, alright. I'm going to call this. I'm going to make some changes. And then I might give him a scarier villain. Although, I don't know why I'm being so cocky. Like, he did win the first game. It was suggested to me that the ablaze counters do extra stuff, but I just don't think they need to. I think they're balanced enough as they are. I just need more ways to get them out there. Alright. I'm just going to clean this up. Alright, I'm going to call it here. Clean it up. And then give him a tougher opponent, I think. With the change. Let's get rid of his defense card. And do some stuff. I'm just going to change the tile. Save the game, and then I'll be back. Just in case I'm not back, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And leave a comment. That'd be awesome. Kaz, thank you very much for jumping on and leaving some comments. And as always, look after yourself. That's more important than anything else. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.